Cold calling or cold call marketing. That's a crucial topic for almost all of the sales professionals because they want to make it as efficient as they can, and they would like to raise the efficiency of cold calling and close more deals by their calls. In this video, I want to tell you how to increase the efficiency of cold calling, whether you are in the B2B or B2C, and what point should we consider before, while, and after cold calling to make more deals by cold calling. Keep watching if you want to know how to make a sales growth by your cold calling in your business. Do you do cold calls marketing for a B2B or B2C? Which one? Business to business or business to consumer? Yes, they are totally different. Imagine when you want to call to a business, it means business to business. You are supposed to talk to a professional who maybe is a top manager, and also you are thinking of a long-term cooperation because most of the time B2Bs are not for only one sales, they are for a longer time, maybe long-term cooperation. What about B2C? No, you are talking to someone who could be from the different levels of a society. Maybe a variety of the people could answer your phone, and also maybe you are thinking only on one sales, not more. Then they are totally different. Even the conversation and also the literature which you have in your conversation should be totally different. In this video, I will tell you what to consider to make it more efficient. First, in cold calling for B2B, what should we do? First, do your research before calling. It means you should research about the business, about the product, challenges, solutions, everything about the business which you want to call. And when you are calling, you need to know many things about them. The second, to who should you call? And to who should you start and continue a conversation? For sure, only decision makers. Then find the right number and also the right time that you'll be able to talk and have a conversation with only decision makers. How could you encourage the decision makers to have conversation with you and continue and listen to you? It is very important by value proposition. It means when you are talking to them and you have started maybe by a hi, hello, hey, and very short introducing yourself, very short, maybe for example 20 seconds, 10 seconds, not more. Then you should say exactly the challenge which they have and immediately the solution which you are offering and you are going to help them with, and also all of the values and benefits of your solution which could help them. If you do it, the decision maker who is talking to you will say, this phone will make me happy and this phone could help me to get rid of my challenge and I should continue this phone. Then you have chance to be listened, and also you make your prospect to talk more, to get more information from your prospect, to tailor your solution and do your pitch or presentation better. When we are talking about B2B, it means long-term cooperation and longer cycle. Maybe only one call cannot close the deal. Then we are going to make more calls. But only the first one is cold calling, because for the next one we are going to book the time and also your prospect is waiting for your calling or maybe to meeting you. Then here it's very important to think long term. While you are continuing your conversation, you need to make your prospect interested and interested and interested more and more and more. And at the end of your conversation, you need to make something to make them very interested for your following up call or meeting, and make them to ask you, or when you ask them, make them to accept your following up meeting or calls. It is important to know that you are going to have a presentation, to a pitch, and also to make your prospect very interested, but you are going to make a follow-up and do not expect only in one session to close the deal. Most of the time in the B2B you need more time to close the deal. At least on the phone it is very difficult, but in the meeting it could be possible in one meeting even. Let's do a practical example to know something more about how could we do cold calling. Imagine you are a furniture manufacturer and would like to start a business in a country, maybe for example Netherlands. Imagine I am a sales and marketing company who has very good network in the Netherlands. I've heard something about your company. I have done my research. I know many things about your products, business, brand, and your challenges. Now I would like to make a call and see how could we have cooperation. Okay, if I want to do, I would do, hey, it's Mehdi. I'm calling from Intelligent Glow. Actually, our company has a very good network in furniture in Netherlands, and I've heard that you plan to start your business for distributing your products in Netherlands. Do you have 2 minutes to talk about it? I spoke about maybe less than 1 minute, but I think I made a good effect in my prospect's heart because I mentioned exactly their challenge, selling or distributing Netherlands, and I said my solution, we have a good network and we could help them in sales. Then my prospects might say, yes, sure, continue, or may I call you back? What is your telephone number? Or could you please call me, for example, 1 hour later or tomorrow because I'm in a meeting? All of this scenario could happen. Then I should be ready for all of them, or maybe even rejection. No, we have already our partner in Netherlands and we do not need your help. Okay, I am ready for all scenarios, which at the end of this video I will tell you how to handle these objections. Let's talk about B2C cold calling. Now I want to talk to a consumer who do not expect me and I don't know anything about the consumer. Yes, I cannot do research because I have prepared a data bank which there are many telephone numbers. I know that they are living in my, for example, town, or maybe in the area, maybe in the country or in the region which is my target market, and I'm going to make completely random calls. Yes, it's totally different with that one, but here I'm going to focus mostly on the emotions. I'm not going to talk very officially or maybe like the situation that I'm talking to a professional. No, I'm going to talk a bit more friendly, and also my conversation should be based on the emotions and to find what is the challenge of my prospect and ask him or her what do they need. For example, 2 days ago morning I was in my office and I received a call. My telephone was ringing. When I answered, a gentleman who was seller and asked me at the first of the call. He introduced himself and said, we are from a leasing company. Do you need any car for lease? Yes, exactly, and very straight asked me, do I need a lease or not? Do I need to lease a car or not? He doesn't know anything about me. Do I have 5 cars in my parking, or I do not have even one? Do I have any plan for leasing a car, buying a car, or no, I go for example by bus and I never buy or lease any car. He doesn't know anything, just introducing very shortly and ask exactly what they have. But the conversation was very friendly and also emotional. In B2C, we could do a quick close. It means that, for example, when I had a call about leasing a car, I could say yes or no. When I say no, I don't need, it is done. And maybe I say, hey, yes, I'm thinking of it. What's your offer? Then it means following up. It means I'm interested. And he or she could continue conversation with me. It is much shorter and much easier because you are going as a seller, you are going to make maybe 30, 50 or even more, 100 maybe calls every day. You will be winner if you could make more calls in B2C. You will be winner if you could more wise calls in B2B. Maybe in B2B, as I told you, 3 calls, but in B2C, as much as you can, because you do not know anything and you couldn't do research about your customers already, because there are many, and also you have only one data bank which contains maybe only telephone number, not anything more. While you are doing cold calling or cold call marketing, whether in B2B or B2C, there are 4 things that consider them and keep in mind before while and after that. First, be ready for listening and rejection. It is very normal that your prospect, your potential customer says, no, I don't need. What should I do? Maybe I should follow it up. Okay, is it possible that maybe next year you need it? Maybe next month you need it? Can I call you next week? Can I call you 2 months later? When do you need? You could ask something, but maybe you could make a need, or maybe you could find exactly when do they need, or maybe they say, no, we don't need at all. There is no problem. Always in the sales, you could say no, you could listen no. The second one, always have a script with yourself. Always when you want to call, you know what do you want to say, how do you want to introduce, how do you want to present, how do you want to ask, how do you want to close it, how do you want to follow it, everything. But be flexible, because sometimes your prospect might ask or tell something which you do not expect that. Do not be shocked. Try to be flexible and handle the situation. Cold call marketing is a sales method. It means exactly sales. What are we doing in the sales meeting, sales telephone, sales conversations? Always listening and listening and listening. Try to listen to your prospect, to your potential customers as much as you can, and try to help or make your prospect, your potential customer to talk. Because when he or she is talking, they are saying exactly their challenges and their need and their requirements. While you are listening, you are exploring and knowing more. What do they need? Then I could tailor my solution, my service, my product to their need. Then I could increase the chance and effectiveness of the sales. When you have presented everything and you think that you do not have anything more to say, and also your prospect, your potential customer do not have anything more to say, it is time for following up. When is your following up calling? When is your next meeting? How should you follow up? What is your call to action? It is exactly the time that you need to specify it and ask your prospect to do it. Maybe you could say, can I call you next week, Monday at 12 o'clock? Exactly the time. Are you free on next day, maybe for example tomorrow at 10 o'clock? I could come to your office. I could meet you in a coffee shop. Can I see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock at your office? Or maybe you are most welcome to come to our office and have a meeting about it. I could have more presentation. You could see your samples. You could see, for example, or offer more presentation and anything. It means following up for closing a deal, whether it is B2B or B2C, but it depends exactly on your business nature. What do you want to do? Before calling, you need to know what is your following up stage and what do you want to do at the end of your calling for following up. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please thumb up and like it and share it with your friends, family, colleagues, everyone who wants to be a better version of themselves in their business and make growth in their business. Also, don't forget to subscribe in my YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. Thank you.